Welcome back. November 30th marked the end of the 2021 Atlantic hurricane season. And this week's WeatherWise, meteorologist Christian Bridges takes a look back on yet another active season.
I'm meteorologist Christian Bridges, and thank you for tuning in to this edition of WeatherWise. November 30th marked the end of the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season. And in today's episode, we are going to be looking back on yet another very active year. This hurricane season was the 6th consecutive above average season in a row. It was also the 3rd most active Atlantic hurricane season on record, behind only 2020 and 2005 for number of named storms. We saw 21 named storms this year, well above the normal of 14, and we also saw a typical amount of hurricanes. However, which goes to show that many of the storms that formed this year were weak and short-lived. 2020 was only the 2nd year on record to use up the entire list of storm names. However, unlike 2005 and 2020, we did not end up having to use a secondary list of names. The first storm of the season, Ana, formed before the official start of the season in late May. Then we had 4 major hurricanes this year, which were Grace, which made landfall in Mexico, Ida, which made landfall in Louisiana, Larry, which made landfall in Canada, and Sam, which did not affect any land areas. Here's a map of all of the named storms this season. As you can see, we had a lot of activity in the Atlantic this year. In our region, we saw the effects from several tropical systems, including tropical storms Claudette and Danny in June, tropical storm Fred and Hurricane Ida in August, and lastly, Hurricane Nicholas in September. Hurricane Ida by far had the biggest impact for our region, producing wind damage and dropping 5 to 7 inches of rain across the area. This season was another deadly and damaging one, with over 160 deaths from across the Atlantic basin and over $70 billion in damage caused by the storms. This activity was fueled by a La Nina event for the 2nd year in a row. La Nina causes lower wind shear and more favorable conditions for hurricane formation in the Atlantic. Very warm ocean temperatures in the Gulf Stream, Caribbean, and Gulf of Mexico also played a role in boosting the number of storms. While hurricane season has come to an end this year, the winter season is a good time to prepare for a hurricane or any other impactful weather event. As always, thank you for watching WeatherWise, and if you have any weather-related questions, please feel free to reach out and I'll be happy to cover it for you.
WeatherWise is brought to you by 4 County Electric Power Association.